Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And today is the shakeout before a breakout, just like we saw with all the tariff fears that happened last year around this time, actually, around late January, early February, before we saw that big drop down and that incredible buying opportunity, the breakout in April. We're going to see something similar like that. We're going to look at the key levels that we want to on both SPY and Bitcoin. We'll look at the charts and a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and I do appreciate those who take the time to leave those comments. It does help support the channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you'll get the daily updates. And we're just going to jump straight into it. Always we start at the SPY, and as you can see here, look at this. The tribal trades, there's the red dot. That told us it was coming. That was on Tuesday, folks. That was on Tuesday. We saw that little bit of a breakdown, but we did hold the level. We did hold the level, and that was a bit of a fake out down to the downside, and that was really a precursor of what was to come. So I did actually lock in quite a few gains before the weekend there, and I did update that in the Discord there. The yearly plays portfolio has absolutely been cooking, and it was time to trim some of those positions. However, as we look and see what happens, one of the other things I noted on Friday is when we do lose the 20 EMA on the daily, which we have lost. Prices down here. I'm going to move it to the 4 hour so we can see at the moment. We're in the pre-market, but each time it has come down to test that 50-day, at least to that 50-day, and that's what it looks like. We've got again here. However, losing the 50-day, we come down and we test the 100-day. That's currently sitting at 672. So I'd be very careful. But you don't want to buy a dip that keeps dipping, okay? And I don't mind a little bit of a nibble. And in the pre-market, I'll probably have a few nibbles. And when the market opens, I might have a few nibbles. But I generally do feel that initially my feeling is a little bit of an overreaction. Now, of course, things could escalate, and they could escalate quickly, and these fears could be well warranted. However, again, they have just turned out to be dip buying opportunities. I'm going to switch to the 12-hour time frame here just to show you what's happened. So we've got this big gap here, and this gap eventually is going to get filled, no doubt about it, but just whether sooner rather than later. Are we going to see some more downside? But here we see the 50-day moving average perfectly tested there after we lost the 9. And so what are we looking at the potential? If this level was to break here in the pre-market and to come down, the levels to look at are right here at 670 to 674. We've got the 20 EMA on the weekly. We've got the 100-day at 672 and a Fibonacci at 674. So those would be the key levels. You do see a little bit of a head and shoulders there on the 12-hour time frame. You do see a little bit of the same here also on the 4-hour time frame. So a little bit bearish, and this dip here is a dip that I will be looking to buy, but I'm going to start off with a nibble this morning. I'll wait to see how the market opens, but I do feel has been a little bit of an overreaction. I did share in the Discord, I felt that there was a little bit of a panic coming, and I think people just kind of forget what happened back in February here, and we saw these tariff fears. Funnily enough, it was shortly after Japan raised their interest rates. Again, what did Japan do? They raised their interest rates, and they might do it again. And we saw this opportunity. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 weeks later, and patience paid off. And I did wait for that 8 weeks. I didn't actually nibble at all because it was just a dip that kept dipping. It was just a falling knife. And we might get the same here. And that's what we need to be careful was. And then I shared about 12 beautiful trades back in April. You can go back to my videos in April, the stocks videos that I posted there, and you can see all these beautiful levels that I gave. And we've been on this historic move to the upside there. And apart from one kind of decent dip here when we went down from 689 all the way down to about that 650 area there. It was like a dip for ants, really. It was just a small little dip. It's really just soldiered and carried on, and we haven't lost that 20 EMA on the weekly at all during this whole run. So that would be my concern, that if we do come down and lose the 670 level, and we've dropped already $10 here. We could drop another 10. If we lose that level, then this historic run that we've had, we could be in a bit of a longer, more prolonged pullback. So that's my line in the sand to say, okay, this dip is just going to keep dipping and going to keep going. We're going to get a longer to multi-month, multi-week pullback here, rather than just whether we see a nice V-shaped recovery here off the 50, because we've seen that happen already, where we have already come down, and this has just been an incredible buying opportunity here. And again, it's always best to wait for the green dot there on the daily, the tribal trades. And you can see here, each time there's been a red dot, it has been the place to sell or take profits. But I generally like to see the 9 lost. I just didn't know it would be lost over the weekend there. So that's what I'm looking for Bitcoin. Not Bitcoin, we'll go to Bitcoin in a moment. The SPY, hold the line 681. We lose 681. You can see there the volume profile. There is a bit of a gap. I would expect a drop down to the 670 to 674 level if we lose 681. If we can hold 681, then we will come back to the 90 amount in the weekly. That's up at 684 at the moment for a retest. That's the level that we must reclaim. And let's just see. And that possibly might move when the market opens. That's the level we must reclaim for this to continue. If we don't reclaim this level, the 9 will look to eventually cross below. And we've seen really, you can see what happens when the 9 crosses below. We see that big downside. That's what would happen here. Right now, they're both pointing to the upside. If we see them start to curl over, like we're starting to see on the daily time frame, even the daily time frame, these moving averages are still, the EMAs are still posturing up. But if we see multiple day closes, they'll begin to cool down, and we'll see something like this, and we'll see a bigger push to the downside there. That's the SPY. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. I did give a Bitcoin trade over the weekend. That played out beautifully. For those that took that trade there to the downside in the crypto plays section of the Discord, I gave that trade down to around about this 90,000 level, and we're almost down at the moment. Really simply for Bitcoin, it's level to level, lose the and again, look at the tribal trades indicator on Thursday last week. It gave a bearish reversal signal. This is a leading indicator, is incredibly accurate, and look how accurate it's been every time. And you can see there's times where it just goes sideways and then goes up, but it's when you lose the 9, you're up here, and you reject off some key moving average and you lose the 9. It's time to go short. And so this one here, 90,300, long above it and short below, back to that $85,000 level there. There was a bit of a fake out before of a shakeout, and the stocks opposite, we may have that where we have the shakeout before a breakout there, and we'll see what happens when the market opens shortly. Not everything is going down. CRML was a stock that the crown trader, an incredible crown trader in the tribal trades Discord, April gave at around about here, about $15 or $16. That's up to $19. Absolutely incredible. Not everything is going down, and those trades are shared in the tribal trades Discord. Listen, this was shared on January the 12th. Absolutely incredible. So that current price was $16.61. Incredible. And there was a great story that was in here that I want to share with you, as we've got here. Zelton, he's doing the day trades, and during the day, so he's made 27.88% on those plays. Absolutely incredible. He says it's hard to stay level-headed with these results, but even I love, we had another incredible sharing here from Richard. He just completed his first month of taking the trades and following the tribal trade system, had his best month to date, up nearly 9% in the last month, over 4%. He joined the Discord to develop his swing plays, and it's been a total game changer for trading skills. And we do have it open where people can ask questions, say, hey, look, what are you doing? What are some things? And amazingly here it's just he's just taking the plays. He's taken all the weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, and earnings plays and the daily plays from both myself and from one of our crown traders, April's there. We have a 90% win rate across all of the trading channels. Listen, just coming in and taking the trades. Right now, the Tribal Trades Discord is currently closed, but you still can get on the wait list. We are going to open up for a 1 year anniversary just in about 1 week. We'll reopen, and those are on the wait list will be allowed in. And we will be doing something special for that. But listen, you get the Tribal Trades Indicator. That's both Tribal Trades Indicator, the beautiful ribbons indicator here, as well as the signals indicator. The signals indicator is a leading indicator, and the ribbons is a confirmation indicator. You learn how to use those in the Tribal Trades Discord. I'll talk more about the ribbons indicator on a different day on it. Here, and of course we have the full tribal trade system to learn the tribal trades system there. Absolutely fantastic. Richard is just taking the trades and he's following the tribal trade system. This is a full trading course that you get as part of the Discord, plus you get the indicators, plus you get all the wonderful trade setups. We got daily plays, weekly plays for those who work 9 to 5s and just want to buy and sell. These usually take about 3 to 5, maybe 7 days to play out. Our earnings plays, these are our 30-day plays. Our quarterly plays, which are quarterly, they usually take anywhere between a month and 3 months to play out. And then we've got our yearly portfolio. Look, the yearly portfolio, even though we're down in the pre-market, we're still up. We're still up a whopping 5% year to date on the yearly portfolio, even with the dip, because we were up 7% just on our buys from the beginning of the years. And these are my about 25 top stock picks for 2026 to hold. And those are for the longer term investors. We've got something for everybody here. And of course, if you're looking to get on the wait list so you can get added to the Tribal Trades Discord when we do reopen, and we're just going to reopen for a short amount of time there. So get on that wait list to seize your opportunity to get access to the Discord. There is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button. That will pop out. You can click. It will ask you for your credit card details, but it's not going to charge you until you're actually added to the Tribal Trades Discord. So you just add your card details, you add all your information, you click to get added to the wait list. And then when we do reopen shortly for our 1 year anniversary celebration of the Tribal Trades Discord, you will be added to the Discord. And we do have something special there as well that I'll be excited to share with you in the coming days. Well, that's all we have time for today. So until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.